We've got some very new classes this year, which I hope will be a big success.
And the reason we're talking about it, because actually the closing date for entries is fast approaching.
It is. It's February the 1st, and no late entries will be accepted.
Ooh.
So if you want to go in, I know that there are lots of people on this island who have a desire to enter the guild, but they haven't got the nerve, and they would really like to do it. But I would say to them, have a go. Everyone's very friendly. You've still got time. Put your entry in. You've got time to learn all your words and have a bash, because it's really worth it.
And some of the classes look like so much fun. I mean, we've both, as we mentioned at the top of the show, we've both clocked on to this brand new class that's starting this year, which is a quieter class than normal, shall we say?
Yes, the mime class, which is going to be quiet, I hope, and should be very, very interesting. There are no rules for that, except for the obvious ones. You're not allowed to speak. But it'd be very interesting to see what people come up with for that. And also the Anything Goes class, which has an African theme. You can do anything, but it must be to do with Africa. You can do it on your own, with a group, with two of you, or whatever you like. Anything goes. So that should be interesting. And there's a group ballet class, which is new this year, and songs from the musicals ages 8 to 13. We've had songs from the musicals before, of course, but this is a new class for them. There's an added bonus this year. We give a scholarship every year, and this year it's for dance, and the winner of the dance scholarship will win £1,000 to be spent on lessons or courses or anything that they feel they need to do with dance. So that's quite a prize.
It really is. How wonderful to encourage new talent in that way.
Yes. Well, we've had singing and drama and instrumental scholarships before. So this year's the first time we've had dance, because dance has only been reintroduced to the Guild in the last 3 years, and it has taken off really, really well.
I'm guessing with things like lots of television programmes now, isn't there, like Strictly Come Dancing, and there's that new one that's on BBC at the minute with Alicia Dixon presenting, which is fantastic as well, and that probably encourages people. And that's the thing, isn't it? The Guild, or Manx Music Festival, it is about much more than just music, but it has been and continues to be something of a springboard, doesn't it, for performers in whatever sort of area. And even though there is that element of the judging, which some people are a little bit nervous about and a little bit scared of, it makes you hardier, doesn't it? And sort of gives you a good standing to carry on in the future.
Yeah, well, the adjudicators aren't there to put you down. They're there to encourage you and give you constructive criticism, and they do. And they also occasionally do masterclasses for people, and they are a great help. And it's really nice. I've been involved with the Guild for quite a long time now, and I've watched youngsters starting off at 6 and 7 years old, and they grow. And we've seen some of them turn into professional performers. And it was delightful to see that happen.
Do you know, one of the things that H said when we were talking about the new classes, particularly the mime, is that he cannot wait for the voice of the Guild, Judith Lay, to describe what is going on in that class.
She'll be there with her banana
amazing.
in the corner saying, right, contestant 1, here he goes. He's standing, he's pushing his hands against an imaginary wall, he's stretching up, he's staffing on a box, an imaginary box.
She will be perfect at that. She's just, do you know what? There needs to be a class for Jude. I think she absolutely brings the Guild to life for so many people who can't get there.
And Tim will be sitting up in his little perch high above the Royal Hall recording all the mime.
That would be fantastic. I mean, this is sure to be a future highlight, I think, the mime. But what have been some of your highlights over the years then, Anne?
Oh, some of my... Well, brass bands. The brass band night is an absolute delight. That's usually on the Sunday night, and it's an absolutely marvellous concert. The folk dancing has improved tremendously. The children are absolutely delightful. And then we have the wonderful Perry Bain, and over the last few years, the Bulgarian dancers, who are first rate. And the choirs. An afternoon of blissful singing. Do you know that for a £30 subscriber's ticket, you can spend a week at the villa, immersed in fabulous music, words and, delight. what else can you get for £30?
And of course, it goes without saying, Anne, that an event of this nature really does need a lot of financial support. Where do you get that from?
Well, keeping us afloat are our supporters. Staging the festival is very expensive, and we rely on subscribers, donors and audiences. And of course our main sponsor, Dandara, who not only give us generous financial support, but they also help us in other ways. They help us with graphic design for posters and flyers, and are generally very supportive indeed. But we do need audiences.
Well, that is the main thing. And we also need entries. So not long, as we said, for you to get your entries in. Yeah, it's not long at all, H. So start thinking about what mime you're going to do.
Oh, you could do stand-up comedy, you know.
you would
should
be
do stand-up
brilliant at
comedy.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, you would.
All of the information, of course, is in the syllabus, which is out now, isn't it? Where can you get this from, Anne?
There's a long list, actually, I think, isn't there?
Yes, it's available in many shops, and it's also available online, and you can enter online as well if you wish, or you can enter, there's an entry form in the middle of the syllabus, and if any problems, ring the secretary.